use Origins mostly for directional planning and looking for where my more effective sources are coming from. We get a lot of leads every single month, and Origins is fantastic about showing kind of where the leads are coming from. It shows how far down the funnel they get, all the way from coming in to hiring. It helps with time frames. But it definitely gives me a good direction of what sources are being effective and which ones are not as effective. So one of the things we learned, we've got a couple of vendors we use from a lead generation standpoint that we talk with all the time. We know we're getting leads quite a bit, but what really surprised me was how ineffective the leads were. Volume is a great thing. However, you have to have the quality to back it up. And what we discovered through the use of Origins is that two of the vendors were definitely producing the leads. However, we can't use them, so we're able to then take those leads and work with each vendor respectively and drive to a more effective strategy to make sure that the leads were generating the hires that we needed. And really kind of help put some more data into which way do we go with vendors, where we look at our spend. But quite frankly, I was most surprised at the number of ineffective leads we were getting. We definitely use it to help drive where our strategy goes. If we find the sources that are actively generating quality leads, we'll move some of our budget around to really reinforce that budget location. Simply because we can tell with Origins that whether over the last 30 days, 90 days, whatever time frame you're looking at, we can see the growth of a certain advertiser within where our leads are coming from. And then also we can see how effective that advertiser is being in generating the hires. So it definitely helps from a strategy standpoint, knowing where to go with your dollars, because we're definitely trying to watch those each month. It makes the map clear. It definitely helps paint a much clearer picture of where we need to go. Once a quarter or so, I will share results with our senior officers, our ownership group, and I love the charts. The charts are fantastic in that they're easy to generate. You're easy to set your parameters as to what you want to see. Plus, I've also uncovered things within those charts that I might not have thought of otherwise, like the ineffective leads. Where we see, from the funnels report, where you see, you might be getting several hundred leads a month, but if they're not translating into hires, honestly, what good is that? And if it's not any good, then I can move those dollars to somewhere that is producing, 10 hires a month, but a fraction of the cost. So we're able to be very clear, very real time with where we see our drivers coming from, where we see our drivers going to, from a different job board perspective. If we see them going from one job board to another, Origins captures that. And that's one of the things that I really like about Origins is you get to see how many different sources that a driver touches before they may ultimately submit an application to you or not. We were trying to do some of this. I've got a couple of reports that we've been running monthly, and it hasn't. The data was good, and Origins really kind of backed up a lot of what we were seeing. But Origins gives you that in pictures too, and the pictures that we get from Origins definitely was different than the pictures that we were getting just through Excel. When you take the data and you put it in your spreadsheets, you're kind of limited to what you can think of. The thing that I like the most about Origins is it's easy to manipulate, and so you're able to look at it in several different angles, all within the same amount of time that you were spending developing your own charts and pivot tables. I really think that with Origins, at the end of the day, the thing that's most effective about it is just how simple it is to use. You gotta stay on top of your part as when you're putting in your ad spend numbers and everything. But if you can do that, the end of the day, with as easy as it is to manipulate the data, look at the charts, play with your sources a little bit, it definitely is worth the time investment, just because it helps you be more accurate in your everyday, day-to-day decision making. Plus I think the other part too that really kind of caught me off guard was how many different sources would lead into a driver ultimately deciding to apply with us, or to not apply with us. Just the number of different touch points the driver goes through, and how easy it is that Tenstreet or the Origins puts that all together. It was really kind of surprising, but it definitely made it easy to find that, which is not something that I would have found in traditional recruiting reporting, just because that's all straight number check marks here and there. But with Origins, going through our applications and being able to see more of the behind the scenes really put together a nice